Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn, Supportive Oracle Cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. It's very, I don't know, what are we going into? I don't usually have some type of inkling about what we're going into. So, but it's kind of like solemn, a little solemn. Let's see if that continues. Oh, well, unexpected, something completely unexpected. You get the King of Pentacles at the bottom, which I don't always pull the bottom card, but I'm getting like you're going into something that's going to last quite a while. So keep that in mind. Okay, we're good with those. No, we're good about King of Pentacles at the bottom. Something really good is coming in. So okay, let's start from the beginning. That's a good place to start. Queen of Wands. And I am getting like the King of Pentacles energy comes across this too, but I feel like it's going to cross you the whole way. But I think it's really positive. Something's going to draw you to want to move forward. I feel like you're getting this draw, this pull to go forward, and there's like a missing piece is what I'm getting. Is there interference? No, it's not like there's interference, but it's like something you want, but it's kind of like, I want this to happen. I'm ready for this to happen. I'm ready to go this way, whether it be a job, a relationship, or some type of project you want to do. It's like I just can't make it take form yet because there's a missing piece. There's something not clicking. But it's interesting because the Queen of Wands is like you have all the drive, all the ambition, but it's kind of like waiting for this last piece to come in. And you got, in the environment, you do have the Magician with is it the Five? The Five of Cups. And the Two of Pentacles is like trying to come over to you. It's kind of like, it's like the information is there, but just not quite going. Like when this started, the information was there, but not quite connecting. Now, for a lot of you going through the last few months, you're probably like, well, yeah, this happened or that happened. So maybe that's why. That's possible. For a lot of you, I just feel like it just wasn't clicking. For some reason, the last piece was not clicking in. And it felt like it should be in your reach. More energy seems to be coming towards you. The energy just keeps building is what I'm getting. Kind of like the drive, the need. Like, I want to do this. There's something I want to do. That last piece, that last elusive piece. And I'm getting the Seven of Swords. It's not a king. What is that? That's the Emperor. Emperor and the Princess of Cups, which is usually the Page of Cups. Kind of goes back and forth. Because I do get like there's information. There's information going back and forth. It's almost like self-actuated, I don't understand this word. Self-actualized. So somebody who decided they wanted to do something, somebody who decided they needed to move forward. Somebody seemed to have the other piece, but they're not going near you. They have your piece. Like somebody has this piece of your puzzle, and they're not going near you. They're aware of you though. So whatever context this fits, somebody knows of you. They have a little bit of the inkling to go towards you, but they're like, I can't do it right now. Which makes me think if it's the last few months, maybe there's a good reason for that. Because they just couldn't click it in. It's like, it's almost interesting. It's like this person, if it is a relationship you're looking for, by the way, this is not the person. This is somebody who can connect you to them. If it's a business situation, it's not the actual business situation. It's somebody with information or somebody with like a lead for where you could go. And for some reason, they're not clicking in with you, but they have the information, but they're kind of like just not moving forward on it for whatever reason. You're waiting for it. You know it's there. You seem to be patient with it too. And I think I say this every Pisces reading. I swear to God, I feel like I do. I'm a Pisces. So it's like, I almost feel like when we're patient I don't know if we really want to. We just accept that we have to. It's not like we're really like, okay, I'll be patient. It's not like that. It's just kind of like, I guess I have to be patient. It's just kind of, after you get going along in life so long, you're just like, well, that's just kind of how it rolls. So it's kind of like you're accepting of it, I guess. It's a weird energy to me because it's kind of like, well, if I got to be patient, then I got to be patient. It's not like you want to be. It's not, I don't know. You seem to like distract yourself enough so it doesn't bother you. Kind of like that's not happening today. Well, I guess that's not happening today. You have the Fool card with the Hanged Man. Kind of like, I can't get anywhere with this situation. If I can't go anywhere right now, that's all right. I'll just wait. I'll wait it out. Sooner or later, it'll start going my way. You seem to be accepting, like for right now, this makes me feel like the last few months, like you just couldn't do anything about it. And you're just like, well, that's just how it is. I just can't, but I'm still optimistic that it will go right at some point. You have faith. The energy around you is not really stirring. It's not really moving. But the Princess of Wands with faith is telling me there's like information or something moving around you still, and it's keeping you interested. The faith that it will come forward when it needs to come forward. The moment will come. And it's kind of like, oh, the moment will come. And you got a really good connection coming up. Whether it be romance, business, or whatever it is, some project, it does finally click in. It does fit correctly. It's just, especially with what I'm seeing coming up here. Things change. Now, the Tower card is very interesting. An opportunity is going to come your way, or it has come your way, one of the two, depending on where you are in this reading. An opportunity comes your way. Out of the blue, you're totally not expecting it. Ironically, you don't see how this connects to what you want. Whatever you're trying to get, whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been trying to move forward with, that last piece you've been looking for, this does not look like it has anything to do with it when it comes forward. But it does. That's the funny thing. It's kind of like, if it's a business situation, a friend of yours is inviting you to a barbecue or something, maybe last minute even, you're just, that has nothing to do with business. It's just friendships. We have barbecues once in a while. Why would that matter? Yet you meet somebody there who starts talking about the last piece you're looking for, and it kind of gives you ideas about where to look for it. That's because that's what I'm getting. This is what's happening. You're getting some out of the blue invitation to something. For a lot of you, I really think it's an invitation. Something coming towards you out of the blue, information coming to you out of the blue. You don't think it has anything to do with this subject, with this situation where you're missing for this last piece. Boom, comes out of nowhere. Doesn't seem to matter. It's a nice situation. I don't think it's a bad. When I'm getting the Tower card, I'm getting it's the connection to this situation. You're not expecting that. Not expecting it at all. But when you get involved, or like when you're at that barbecue talking to people or whatever you're doing, somebody says, well, this, that, and the other thing, you start going down this road and you're like, hey, I might be able to fill in that last piece of the puzzle. I might find my last piece. I might be able to do this. This is the information I think I've been looking for. They're giving you a place to go and look. Now, the Wheel of Fortune turns and there's resistance, I'm noticing. That piece of the puzzle, whatever you're looking for, does show up, but the resistance with the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like, it makes me feel like the wheel is very rusty, and it's hard to get it to finally move, just get it to turn, to get it to actually do what it's supposed to do. It's gonna turn. It's just like, it's almost like you have to like, work with the wheel, bang on it with a hammer, get some oil in there or something, and get it to unhinge or unlock so it finally starts turning and loosening and going. Resistance with the Wheel of Fortune is telling me, when you get these inklings, keep working at it, because you're going to be going down the right path. Normally it would go easier, but for some reason at this point you got to kind of work at it a little bit. The other piece, like, this is why I'm calling this the piece. The environment has the King of Cups. You have the Queen of Cups. This is a perfect match. But next to the King of Cups, there's some type of problem. I've got the Five of Swords, almost kind of like a hopeless attitude, or this kind of like, yeah, this might work, but why bother? Something weird about that. This has nothing to do with you personally. This existed before you showed yourself in the situation. Somebody's here to present you the other piece of your puzzle, Be it business-wise, be it relationship-wise, this might be meeting the person, but there's like a distraction or something that's kind of holding them down. This has to kind of like go back into place. It's not going to disappear. That's kind of why I'm doing it like that. It's not going to disappear for this person, but it has to go back into place where they can manage it again. And then once that starts coming in, once the wheel gets unlocked, the Wheel of Fortune, and things finally click forward, the path opens up, the King of Wands opens up, the Death card is a very good card. This is your situation finally starting. Finally what you've been waiting for is coming forward. The path, it's like you finally get through that window right there. You get to go on your path. The journey finally starts, and there's a lot of passion and energy that's taking you forward. I feel like this whole reading is about, don't get hung up if somebody seems like they're the correct match for what you're looking for, business-wise or otherwise, but they don't seem to be having much motivation to move forward. Just work with it. This person is dealing with things other than what you're not going to be able to understand what they're really dealing with. You don't know them that well is what I'm getting. But there's something that's holding them down. They have to put back in place, have to get back under control. And once that's back under control, this will snap forward. I just feel like at first you're kind of like, I don't know if this is going to work. It seems like it should, but for some reason it's just not moving. The wheel is kind of stuck. Keep working at it, and all of a sudden the wheel will snap out of place and it will start turning the way it will need to. Also with that, rusty old wheel analogy, it may start moving quite slowly at first, but the longer it goes, the better it goes, and then when it really frees up, it'll really get going the way it should. So don't worry about it. It's just don't give up is what they're saying. You may think it's not going to fly, but it will. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.